don't know if you feel like me. I woke up in the morning and I'm not 20 anymore. I feel like the 30s, especially the second half of the 30s, you get more tired. And it's not easy making these reactions. I see young people making like 20 reactions per day. And I'm like, I don't know how to do it. Like, I'm going to make 5 reactions today. I'm going to be exhausted. So let's go. Let's see. Let's see this with me.
Je sais bien que tu l'adores et qu'elle a des jolis yeux.
Oh, wow, a French song. Oh wow, true, it sounds very similar.
For the first time, for the first time.
Oh wow. I mean, wasn't it more obvious back then? It's only 1 year after or the same year. So back then, I guess it was more known. Like, people knew that these were covered. They were so shortly after the original. So I guess they had a better relationship. I know these days, like, with copyright, with everything, sometimes you need permission when the song is too close to the original. You cannot really redo the same melody, right? Back then, there was a lot more liberty, I guess. I don't know if you grew up in that area, 50s, 60s, 70s. Tell me how different it was back then. I feel like they were really loose to do cover, especially really quickly, right? So. Oh, 1988. Wow. I know all of these songs. Oh.
Olha as estrelas. Estou tão triste e sem ti morrer quisera.
Guarda che luna, guarda che mare.
Tomo banho.
Also, I don't know if they're going in chronological order. Back then, also, a lot of these songs were in movie, right? And a lot of country were remaking movie of other country. Like Mexican movie were being remake in Spain, in other country. Italian movie were being remake. And when you remake same concept of a movie in another country, you're going to use the same song in the movie, just adjusted to your country, right? So maybe that's why. Because I feel like a lot of these clips are taking from a movie, actually. It looked like it. Maybe not this one, but... I've reacted to Mina.
My darling, please surrender.
Yeah.
Guarda qua chi sto giardino, la siente sin usura.
Wow, classical to Elvis.
How wonderful to know.
You know, when I listened to the melody of the Cliff Richard one, I was like, makes sense that it's Italian originally. Because you can almost feel the melody that is like, that's an Italian melody. I can kind of envision it. Of course, it's easier once I know like what's on the screen, right? But I feel like, it makes sense, right? I don't know if you feel like me too. Oh wow, this song. Do you know what is crazy about this song? A lot of people have seen cover. They have seen people covering the Benny King version and they think that it's the original. But then people told them, no, Benny King is the original. But no, Benny King is not even the original. It's Joe Santieri. So it go like 3-4 dimension. Like crazy. Because I Was Nothing is famous for other cover too. Like not Benny King.
Siempre amacándonos, siempre balanceándonos, soy feliz. Guarda come dondolo, con il twist.
Pourquoi me laisser comme un oiseau sur une branche?
La partie de football, the football game, It's a French name, but there's no French in it.
Perché la domenica mi lasci sempre sola.
Wow, it's young.
Il mio mondo è cominciato.
Wow.
Prego, when you kiss her goodnight. Scusi, when you turn on the light.
Short story, when I was young, maybe between the age of 7 and 18, around the dinner table, every night it was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. There was always music in the radio because in the 90s, we were listening to the radio, right? In the kitchen, there was the radio. My dad was putting those channels, and Dean Martin was exactly the type of music that my dad was listening to. My dad was listening to a lot of Ben E. King, Dean Martin, a lot of those older, like a jazz, soulful singer. And my dad was listening to like Nina Simone, a lot of these. And this was playing on the television, on the radio that he was making me listen to. And back then I was hating it. And my dad kept telling me, when you get older, you're going to like it. You're going to appreciate. I think I would have ended up liking that music no matter what. But it's funny that my dad was kind of right, because it's as if he knew that with age I would develop that taste. And I kind of develop it. And it's kind of weird to rethink those years that, how come I didn't like that kind of music back then? It's really bizarre, right? Do you feel like this too? You listen to music when you're young, you hate it. You're like, Mom, Dad, how do you listen to that music? It's impossible. But then you grow up and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That was the best music. But when you were young, you could not envision that. It's really strange. With age, we kind of change. You would think that it's like, it's like trying different food, right? When I was young, there's a lot of food that I didn't like. I didn't really like broccoli or things like this. But as I'm older, I like it. And I'm not so sure that it's an acquired taste. I think it's more so that you become an adult and there's things that change in the way you enjoy things, and it's just the experience of life that make you change your taste for stuff. I don't think it's really the fact that you eat broccoli when you're young and then you finally like it when you're older. I think you were always gonna like it. It's just that it was not the right time for your brain and your body to enjoy it. And I feel like it's the same with music. It's hard to explain.
Prego, vuol ballare con me? Grazie, preferisco di no.
Oh wow, Matt Monro.
Piano, mentre ti allontani.
Mina is something else. And now tu veux partir. Now do you want to go? By Petula Clark. The sound, the title is in French, but Petula Clark sound the most American name ever. Well, it does say Canada on their album, so maybe she was an Anglo-Canadian, because I'm from Canada.
Se mi vuoi lasciare, dimmi almeno perché.
I hear chapel bells ringing above me.
Io voglio per me le tue carezze.
Any relation to Bruce Springfield? I feel like Springfield is such an odd last name that every time that I see Springfield, I think that related to Bruce Springfield. But I don't know Dusty Springfield. You don't have to say you love. I'm not really familiar with this song.
So still runs the river while I wait.
Everyone know this song. Wow, beautiful. Everyone in Canada know this song. I mean, everyone like me who's French Canadian. Yeah, this song is famous too.
Questo ragazzo della via Clou si divertiva a giocare con me.
My love, please kiss me.
Nice.
E como eu amava os Beatles e os Rolling Stones.
Wow.
Ragazzo che come me amava i Beatles e i Rolling Stones.
So different. Os escribes. Era un garoto que como. Isn't it Spanish? It's the first time that we see a Spanish to Italian, I think, in the compilation. Tonight I'm gonna drink. Ce soir je vais boire. It sounds French Canadian the way that he wrote the title.
I want your love to last me for a lifetime.
No, se non ci fossi tu io
Lucio Battisti! I reacted to hear me perform with Mina, right? I reacted to their song together. They're both so... Mina have so many songs in this list. I wonder how she feel about people covering her, like, almost immediately. Well, it's a testament to people respecting you when they cover your song, right? They think you're great. I mean, I don't know. I would fit great if I'm Mina. I'm not really into copyright stuff. I think that, like, people paying homage and wanted to reproduce your song in other language, even if it's just a melody, I would say that as a great compliment. I don't know how you guys feel. Clearly, the copyright law back then were a lot less robust, because these days it would be very difficult so quickly to do a cover like a year after, like that, you know.
Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms, just say the word and they
Tom Jones,
Dimmi perché,
the legend.
ma perché negli occhi miei non guardi mai?
Every day I wake up, then I start to break up. Lonely as a man without love.
Quando mi innamoro, io do tutto il bene a chi è innamorato di me.
Something is happening and it started happening when you
Nice.
walked by.
luglio col bene che ti voglio vedrai non finirai. Ai, 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 ai.
So much soul.
Je ne sais même plus où tu es, ni ce que
Damn, Lucio Battisti. I feel like the the last 5 songs, it's all him. He was huge. How huge was he? Lucio Battisti. Je pense à toi. I'm thinking about you. Now they do the cover the same year and they don't even try anymore. I mean, it's a good thing to me. I don't know what you guys think.
non so con chi adesso sei.
Il
Wow.
paraît que c'était un bel homme qui venait du large.
Dice che era un bell'uomo e veniva dal mare.
Wow, so soulful.
Wake me, I am dreaming
Whoa.
of her eyes. Mi
I can't-
ritorni in mente, bella come sei.
I love this song.
Impossible to live with you, but I know I can never live without you. Ma c'è di buono che al momento giusto tu sai diventare un altro.
Qu'est-ce qu'il m'arrive aujourd'hui? Je suis amoureux de ma femme.
I'm in love with my wife. That's what it means. Again, Richard Anthony, because he's French, I know him.
Nessuno mi può giudicare nemmeno tu.
Nice.
So a masked bed should know the passing of night time. Come può uno scoglio arginare il mare.
Look at the softness of his voice. Jerry Valley.
Mi dispiace, devo andare.
Wow, they are not putting the name now, so I don't know what's going on.
Et pieds nus comme l'enfant qui vient de loin. Andava a piedi nudi per la strada.
See, wait, let me rewatch the French version just a second.
Qui vient. Les pieds nus comme l'enfant qui vient de loin.
Something seen like a kid that come from far. She's again Dalida, she's singing French, of course.
Andava a piedi nudi per la strada.
Wenn ich dich verliere.
This look warf off me, she's look German or something.
Ricominciare insieme. Ti voglio tanto bene.
Alleen met al mijn verdriet.
Wow.
Een glimlach, dat wordt pure parodie.
Pazza idea di far l'amore con lui.
On a hope no felt fine.
Non si può morire te.
Woo!
Tú y yo, ramo de imágenes, tú y yo, una simple fórmula.
Su di noi ci avresti scommesso tu, su di noi mi vendi un sorriso.
Beautiful song,
tu.
huh?
Me desespero como si el amor doliera.
L'imbroglio era maledetta primavera.
I know this song. This song went to Eurovision. I feel like some of them. This one, I feel like it's so familiar. Did it go to Eurovision or like won the big festival in Italy?
Maledetta primavera.
Chi da gambare sugli senso.
Markku Aro. It's like Swedish or Finnish.
Zo is het leven.
Wow, she's pretty.
Geluk en verdriet. Gente di mare che se ne va.
Oh my god. Do you know what? I did react to Mattia Bazar, Ti Santo. I think actually it's the first Italian song that I ever reacted to. I know this song by Irene Cara. I never remember that it was a remake of Ti Santo. It kind of makes sense now that I listen to it, but Ti Santo is incredible.
No me ames porque pienses que
Oh wow.
parezco diferente.
Non amarmi per il gusto di qualcosa di diverso.
Do you know what I respect? I was gonna wait a little bit, but the video was almost finished. A lot of the Italian performance that we see in this clip, they're all live. Live. Not in a music video or something like this. It's all live.
Per il gusto di qualcosa di diverso.
Cuando en el cuarto él te pida siempre más.
Quando a letto lui ti chiederà di più.
Caramelo, ya no quiero más.
Caramelle, non ne voglio più.
Pueblo mío, que estás en la colina.
Paese mio che stai sulla collina.
No lo dico pero es cierto que me gustas tengo ganas.
Mi piaci per davvero,
anche se non te l'ho detto.
The songs that are like in the 90s or the 2000s, they are remade from the song from the 60s and 70s. What this is telling me is that you guys in the 60s and 70s, Italian music was at the top of the world. I don't know what you guys think about the Italian music these days. Not that it's going away anytime soon. It's just that I feel like the big era of Italy is like with the 60s, 70s, and some of the 80s, and it's kind of behind us a little bit. But overall, I think that this is a super good compilation, and this is always interesting to see that a lot of songs that we think that are original are not really. And it's kind of it's a very interesting list. So let me know how you feel watching this video. Let me know in the comment below.